Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Brittany. If you have been here before, welcome back. So on this channel I do kind of a mixture of things: makeup, home decor, basically overall lifestyle kind of geared. I don't know why I'm going like this, but it's kind of a lifestyle thing. We do home decor, we do seasonal things, we do baking, just a little bit of everything because I just love too many things to narrow it down to one. But I hope you guys kind of understand what I mean by the concept. And if you do and you are interested, please hit that subscribe button. So now getting into things, in this video I'm going to be doing my daily makeup routine. So let's get started. I'm gonna do this and I haven't soaked my sponge yet. First thing to start things off, I just saw the cap for this and where is it? So to start things off, the first thing I'm going to do is put on my primer, which is called Gimme Good Face from Trust Fund Beauty. It's new to me. I don't know if it's new overall. Someone I know was getting rid of like things because they were moving, so I figured I would try it out because I've been looking for a primer. I actually really liked this one, but it's the first one that I've like tested that I got from her, so I mean I could change my mind, but for now. Okay, so I already washed and did my serum and put my moisturizer on, so this is just starting things off fresh. Now I soaked my sponge, or beauty blender, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know if Beauty Blender is a brand, so I don't really want to call it a beauty blender because it's from Primark. So if it's, you know, if Beauty Blender is a brand, then it's not that. But okay, so let's see. I'm gonna do this, and then because I don't want to have to prop you guys against my mirror because it's not a good angle, so I'm gonna just okay, so if you have watched makeup videos that I've done before, you'll know that I typically apply my foundation with a brush, but I haven't cleaned it and I keep meaning to clean it and I keep still not cleaning it. So that is why I have started using the blender, but that has been how I've been applying my makeup lately, just because I'm lazy and I don't clean my foundation brush. I should, I just don't. Okay. By the way, I totally skipped like products. So the foundation I am using is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter in 150. I used to use 160 all the time. It was a little too dark. I kind of want to try another foundation. If you guys have like suggestions, I would really appreciate it, because I have a tendency to, I try something, I'm like, oh, this is okay, this is great, this is fine, and I stick with it. But I'm starting to think that maybe that's not the right foundation for me, because after a few hours I start to feel like it's moving too much on my face. I don't tend to be oily, but for some reason when I put that on, I feel like I am. So I don't know. And sometimes I love it and it's fine. So it's very like hit or miss. So I don't know. But if you guys have suggestions, I would appreciate them. So now I'm taking the Tarte Shape Tape concealer and blotting it. This is the shade Fair. And I blot it on my T-zone. And then, because it's a little too light and fair, but the next one up was a little too dark, I take the Born This Way Naturally Radiant Concealer from Too Faced in the shade Light Nude, and I just add a little bit of that in like small blots around the area that I already put my concealer, because it just deepens it up a little bit without it being too much. Also didn't want to go out and buy another concealer. So now we're going to take the blender and blend that in. I can't seem to do anything about these lines here. I've always kind of had them. Like if I look at pictures from when I was young, I've always had this like spot here, and I've always hated it. It drove me nuts. And I wish I could find a makeup that would cover that, but I can't. So at least at this point, I'm sure there is something out there that can help me. I just don't know what it is or where to find it. Then I kind of cheat with this. This is the e.l.f. liquid bronzer, or it's not liquid, it's a cream bronzer and a cream blush. I never use the blush. The bronzer's a hot mess. But basically I started to get lazy by doing this with a brush. So I do this with my finger. Just smear it in there. And then I smear it on my face. So just like that. Okay, then this I'm just going to smear on my neck and then rub it in. And then when I take my blender later, I just blend it in a little bit more. But for some reason, I feel like when I try to blend on my neck, it just doesn't work. So, okay. So I don't know how beauty gurus do this, where it seems like they're looking straight into the camera the whole time and blending their makeup, because I can't do that. Like, where are you looking? Anyways, I'm now done with that. I don't think there was a shade for that. It just says, there's numbers on here, but I think that's like a product number, not so much, you know, like I don't know. If you are looking, I feel like if you just look up for like what it is, you should be able to find it if you are looking for it. Now we have the e.l.f. setting powder. So this is not my favorite, but when I'm buying makeup, setting powder is like the last thing I think about. So I poured out a lot. Now for blush. I am still using my Tarte Party. I think I need to get new brushes. My Tarte my Tarte Party blush. I have a tendency to, if I find something I like, I keep buying it. But I don't know. I think I need like to try all new things. I just don't know what I should try. And I don't want to just get like the newest thing, because I want whatever I'm going to use to actually be something I'm going to use, not just like something I'm trying for views. I mean, there are things that I have bought because I want to try it, partly on the channel, but partly, I feel like that's not really true. There are things where I'm like, oh, I'm saying I definitely want to make a video out of it, but I definitely bought it because of what it is. Like, I bought something from Colourpop today that I cannot wait for, even though I'm pretty sure I have a palette that looks exactly like it, because I was desperate for a green palette. Oh, I'm like acting like it's a surprise. I ordered the Colourpop, I forget exactly what it's called. It's something Lucky, like the St. Patrick's Day palette. And back in December, I was desperate for green because I really wanted to do some green makeup looks. So I went and I bought the Emerald Huda Beauty palette, and I'm pretty sure like majority of those colors are very similar. But Colourpop's, like, they have really good pigment. From any palette that I've had from them thus far has had really, really good pigment. So it might actually be better than the Huda Beauty. Maybe I'll do like a comparison, one eye each palette. We'll see. Okay. Blush is done. Now on to highlighter. So the highlighter that I have been using is the Super Shock Cheek Pearlized Colourpop highlighter. This is called A Smile and a Song. It's from the Disney Designer Collection. I am obsessed with everything from that collection. I never got, they have like these sets for like lip stuff for each individual princess. I got the overall like everything in one packaging. So that's the one thing I don't have. And it doesn't really make sense for me to buy individual sets that contain things that were already in there. It's just, I'm basically just missing, I think, pencils and maybe lip glosses, I think. I'm not really sure. I'll look into it. Maybe I'll get it eventually. So, so that is that for the highlighter. That's basically my whole face done. I don't know why I keep like looking off to the side instead of, I feel like I'm at, like I positioned the camera in a slightly different way than what I'm used to. So I'm like, it's like slightly at an angle. So I keep looking over here because it's not straight ahead. So if you notice me staring off to the side, that's why. Okay, so maybe I should just adjust that. I think I'm gonna. Okay. It's kind of better. We'll see. So, for brows, I really need to replace my brow pencil because this brush is disastrous. But, like, because it's broken. But I use it anyway because, you know, I don't know. I'm too lazy to do things. Like, I'm too lazy to go out and buy things. It's like, oh, I have it. It's fine. It's crooked and, you know, part of it has snapped off, but who cares? So this is the e.l.f. brow pencil. They really don't like to give me, okay, here we go. Neutral brown. always feel like my brows are really like severe when I do them, like in the corners. And I probably should just like lighten up a bit, but I don't ever. I just like, maybe like my hair, maybe, is my hair maybe lighter than what color I'm using? That's why it looks so like extreme to me. I don't know. I have no idea. So, to go with the theme of the Disney collection, the eyeshadow palette that I have been using most frequently is the Disney Designer Collection. So, I haven't gotten the chance to really like delve into the crazy colors, but there's a few on here that I definitely get into. Mostly these ones on the top, and then these 3 on the second row. And then actually I have delved into Beast a little bit on the bottom here. The rest of them I haven't gotten the chance to really play with yet. I think I'm going to do a video one day. So I talked about this in my end of the year video. I want to play with this a lot. So I'm not a music guru, wow, beauty guru, but I mean, it gives you an excuse to play, and I want to play, so I'm gonna do it. Okay, I'm like closing the palette because I don't have the right brush. Hold on, where are you? There we go. Okay, so always I go into chip first, but we're going with like my basic day-to-day if I do shadow at all, which is like about 50-50 right now because I want to delve into the palette. So I pull it out and then I'm like, oh, I'm not really going anywhere, doing anything crazy, so I'm going into it for light, normal colors because I don't want to be over the top when I'm, you know, not really doing anything. So, okay. So we're starting with chip, which I'm going to do all over my lid. Oh, I forgot to prime my lids. Okay. Well, we're going to do things a little backwards then. And I'm going to take out my e.l.f. sheer primer. So. Okay. So now I'm just going to rub that in a bit because it's too thick. Okay. What am I doing? Shadow. Shadow. Can't say shadow without thinking of shadow, and he's not here anymore. Poor guy. Doubt anyone was really around for when Shadow was here. He was in about 2 videos before he... Okay, so chip all over the lid. I keep hitting my necklace with the palette. Now, where I am, I would love to tell you what kind of brushes I'm using, but on the Morphe palette, if like the Morphe brushes like from this set, they don't tell you. So it's like a round tip brush is what I'm going into now, and that is with Grumpy, and it was a thick, flat, rounded tip brush that I used for chip. So I'm just gonna go in to the crease a bit. Now we're just going to lightly, back with the same brush I used for chip, because I'm going with a darker color, so that's okay. I don't know if that's okay, but I'm saying it's okay. And we're gonna go into Triton, which is right here. Very lightly, and tap that over my lid. One lid always seems to take the color, whereas the other one doesn't. So we're just going to do that again. Okay. So there's that. Now we're going to, where is it? Now we're going, okay. So that's that. So now I'm just going to take the blending brush and blend that in. Okay, so now I'm going to take this very like angled brush, and I'm going to, and I know it's a shimmer and I shouldn't, but don't have any eyeliner. So I'm going to tap this Midnight Curfew into my lash line on the top. Wish me luck that I don't screw this whole thing up now. Okay. So, mascara. I'm a dummy. I forgot to put a little bit of Grumpy under my lower lashes. And then I had to go look for this. I haven't been able to find it the last couple of days, and it is my go-to lately. So I finish this look up with Ariel, which is the lipstick from the Disney Designer Collection from Colourpop. So here we go. Okay, so this is my basically daily makeup look. Nothing really all that special, just kind of basic nudes on my eyes, a nude lip, and like a slight change up to my makeup routine that I've had for the last 2 years. So I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more of me, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye! Yeah.